How to display PlayStation screen on phone. How to display PlayStation screen on phone. How to display PlayStation. Bruh.
How to get the second screen app on your smartphone. Now you might think that the second screen PlayStation app only comes on Sony Xperia smartphones, but thankfully that's not the case. You can actually get it on iPhones and Android devices as well, and in fact it doesn't even come pre-installed on the Xperia, just the standard PlayStation app does. What you'll need to do is jump into the Play Store if you're on an Android device, or the App Store if you're on an iPhone, and then just type in second screen and it should flash right up. As you can see, PS4 second screen by the PlayStation Mobile Inc. Make sure it's not a dodgy third-party fake one. Once it's installed on your smartphone, just give the app icon a little tap in your apps tray or your desktops and it'll flash up. Now what you'll need to do is have your smartphone and your PlayStation 4 connected to the same Wi-Fi network. And then head to the and should then be listed on the screen. If it's not, and it wasn't in our case, what you need to do is just swipe it away in the apps tray or wherever else you're on, depending on your phone that you're using, and then just boot it up again. And this time when it loads up, it should hopefully have it listed as so. All you do is give it a quick tap, type in that 8-digit code that your PlayStation has flashed up, and then you should be all connected, like so. What does the second screen app actually do? Okay, so a lot of people seem to be confusing second screen with remote play, and it's perfectly understandable because it is all a bit of a confusing mess, to be perfectly...
Remote play. That's what it is. Alright, so according to that. Alright, connection. Yes, connecting. Connect. So it should be connecting. Now if it goes to second screen. Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the video. And we're live, as you guys can see. I'm just stop back for a second. Check. Oh, location. Okay, right. Hey, wow, that's cool. Right, so I gotta pick one on to. So, look, guys, I don't just watch it. I don't get any subscribers, followers, or anything like that. Person in the stream. Make sure to subscribe, turn notifications, and follow and share. I don't want to say I don't do YouTube. Turn on the subs. I don't care. I don't. Yo, dude, what's up?
Be honest, Remote Play is a different app which you can only get on Sony Xperia smartphones, and even then only on some Sony Xperia smartphones, and that allows you to stream games directly from your PS4 to your smartphone. Quite handy if you want a game on the toilet or something like that. Unfortunately, second screen isn't quite as snazzy. So first of all, just give your PlayStation a tap inside of the app, and it will get all connected, and you should get a snazzy little message flashing up in the top left corner of the screen saying "da connected to the companion app." From that point, you then just tap second screen, and the first thing you'll see is this little joypad thing. Well, I think what that allows you to do is flick around the menus and everything using your smartphone screen instead of the controller. It's a bit pointless, to be honest. It's not really any faster or better than just using the standard joypad controller, but whatever, it's a different way of doing it. Where it actually does come in handy is with your messages. So for instance, if we go into a random message, this is just some random person, I've got no idea who they are. You can actually reply to them by giving it a quick tap, and then here we go, we can actually use the keyboard on here. So for instance, I can say, hello there, random person. And as you can see, that has now appeared on the screen. It's so much quicker and easier than actually using the joypad to scroll around that on-screen keyboard and type in your message. So that is actually the one genuine use, unfortunately, of second screen. That is, unless you like to broadcast your games, in which case just tap this little speech bubble up at the top, and as you can see, when you broadcast gameplay, you can actually check. Check out comments on your phone, which is pretty handy if you want to actually reply to people as you are playing. Of course, if you're a popular streamer, then this will just be a flood of comments. It'll be a bit tricky to keep up with that and play a game at the same time, but it's definitely nice functionality. So the whole point of this second screen functionality is supposed to add an extra element to your gameplay, and you see the idea behind it. Unfortunately, it's not been fully realised. What you're supposed to do is tap this little icon in the top left corner with a little 2 inside of it, and then, if you're playing a game that supports second screen functionality, you might be able to get, for instance, the map up on your smartphone, so you can just quickly check that at a glance without having to fiddle around in menus, or maybe use an item quickly on the go. Unfortunately, none of the games that we've tried seem to support it. We've tried Horizon Zero Dawn, we've tried Uncharted, all kinds of stuff that are PlayStation exclusives, and none of them support it. If a game does have an app support, it tends to be an app that the developers themselves have come up with. They never seem to use second screen, which means that its functionality is really, really limited. And it's a shame because it's got real potential, but it just hasn't been realised. So that, in a nutshell, is Sony's second screen app. Any comments, questions, anything like that, let us know. Don't forget your...
How to get remote play on phone.